Hello, and welcome to Late Night Meteorite. My name is Janos, and today I'm joined by Brandon.
Hey.
And Fabio.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, man, good. And today is all about Marvel Rivals, the game that's taken the internet by storm. Get it?
I got it. Go start with the character.
Ooh, do better.
But yeah, so we are taking a look at the characters Emma Frost and Ultron. Emma just got added to the game as of this recording, and she's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm really excited for there to be a new Vanguard added to the roster. Definitely much needed in the team, and she's super cool to play. Ton of fun.
Oh my god, her thighs are so big. They're so big. Oh my god, that was for me specifically. They sent me a letter a week before saying, this new hero, this one's for you, Brandon. And I was like, what do you mean? And I saw it.
Yes, we know you're very excited about those watermelon crushers.
I can tell Brandon's so excited about Mommy Diamond being added.
I'm also really excited about Ultron. He's one of my favorite villains, but I mean,
he doesn't have the thighs.
Just doesn't.
And speaking of Mommy Diamond, or as she's more commonly known, Emma Frost, today we are going to be turning Emma Frost and Ultron into usable magic items in D&D.
Heck yeah. Very excited for Ultron too. I think he's been theorized to be like a flying support, so I think that'll be adding a whole new element to the battlefield. It'd be really cool to see.
Absolutely. And with all that said, I mean, let's just dive right in. I think we're going to start with Emma Frost, since she's out and, you know, Brandon's constantly thinking about her.
I can't stop.
Well, Brandon, other than those thick thighs, what first comes to mind when you think of Emma Frost?
The third thing that comes to my mind when I think of Emma Frost is her powers. Turning into Diamond and being able to be almost indestructible in so many ways, but then also being one of the top tier telepaths. She's pretty cold. She's not exactly warm-hearted in a lot of ways. No,
but she's also not like a bad guy, right? Like she's one of those sort of morally flexible characters.
Yeah, she's just, you know, she does what she thinks is right. And sometimes she is, and sometimes she isn't.
Right. So let's think about what kind of item we're going to make based on her. So I definitely get like queen vibes from her. So my mind immediately goes to like a crown.
Yeah, I was thinking like a tiara or a crown, or even like a necklace as well, for sure.
For her specifically, clothes are, because she's so fashionable and just anytime she's in any media, I was almost thinking like a cloak. It does seem like we're all kind of on the same wavelength here.
Yeah, it's definitely like a royal kind of vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, something regal for sure. A tiara, a crown, a scepter, robe, all those kind of images kind of pop in my mind as well.
You know what? I like tiara because we can make it, you know, kind of work with her telepathy powers.
Right, that's true.
It could be a two-part thing. Like the tiara could be for the psionic abilities, and then maybe like a cape that turns into diamonds for that. It could be like a two-part set, one for each of her abilities, unless you wanted to combine them both into one.
We could make it a set, like Vecna's hand and Vecna's eye. Like separated, they have, you know, their own set abilities, but together they're even more powerful.
I wonder how we can make it more unique other than like playing more off this the diamond and psionic abilities thing. I wonder if like Brian said, like the sum of both individual parts makes something greater than itself.
Wait. Like who said?
Like Brandon had mentioned, like the culmination of two parts together.
I think you said Brian.
No, I said Brian.
Yeah, I think so. I'm like, who the hell is Brian?
You know, Brian, our longtime friend who's been in this chat the entire time.
The fifth member of Late Night Meteorite.
Yeah, he's been here the whole time.
Rude of you to just ostracize him like that. No, I was saying, like, imagine there was like a tiara that could like shoot out psionic blasts or whatever kind of like energy beams. But then if you like use the cape, you can make like a super beam or like, I don't know, refract light like crazy all off the cape.
So I like where your head's at. The whole cape thing, I'm a little less into it just because it's not that like interesting of a design to do. Like a staff or a scepter going along with the crown seems cool to me.
Gotcha. Yeah, that seems to make more sense.
Yeah, I think probably let's do like a scepter. A staff feels almost like too arcane in a way. And a scepter feels more regal.
Cool. That works for me. And in terms of abilities, so I think we're all thinking the tiara would be the more psionic based item, and then the scepter would be for the diamond stuff, right?
Easily.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
So I think the tiara would provide a lot of like constant passive effects, but the scepter would be like a burst ability, right? Not something that's always on.
Mm-hmm. Something you could turn on for like 10 rounds or so.
Yeah, or maybe even less, because I don't know. Playing Marvel Rivals, she goes into her diamond form for like 8 seconds, which would be like, I don't know, like a round or two in D&D. I guess what I'm thinking is it could provide like a big buff to AC and strength, for example.
Oh, yeah. Maybe as a bonus action, she uses this diamond form. She gets a +1 to AC, resistance to all damage. Her unarmed strikes can do like a D8 of damage or something like that.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, something like that. I'm pretty sure her lore is that when she's in her diamond form, she can't use her telepathic abilities, right?
Oh.
Yes. Though she is also like immune to certain telepathic abilities. Like people can't really like enter her thoughts.
Right. Yeah, that's another important point. So I think when she activates the diamond form, you should be unable to cast any spells.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, like it's almost like a rage.
Yeah, it's like you're gonna use this if you need to get like up close and personal with an enemy, or they get up close and personal with you. It's sort of like switching your kit to being a melee fighter.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense how her character plays in the game, so I kind of like that. She can also be immune to like charms and things like that.
Yeah, that's what we could do that with the crown too. The crown can be like, oh, it has detect thoughts, it has immunity to psychic damage.
Yeah, I definitely think the crown should provide a list of spells, like the command spell.
Command's a good one because she's definitely telling people all the time or just wiping people's memory left and right. Forget everything you saw.
To
Bam.
kneel peasants.
Yeah, it makes you refer to her as mommy.
Oh, maybe that could be cool too. Like it gives you command, but it gives you a modified command. You know, you have kneel, forget, which would like maybe stun somebody for a round.
I definitely like that. I like a list of spells that come with it. Perhaps a buff to intelligence with the crown.
That makes sense.
Easy.
What would be like a fair buff to intelligence, you think?
+2, +3?
I would say if we're going to do just intelligence, maybe just like a +1 or a +2. I mean, if we did intelligence saving throws or intelligence skill checks, then, you know, we could probably make a bigger number. But if we're doing the whole scope of intelligence, then yeah, definitely 1 or 2, I would say.
I think maybe even just 1, because it already comes with a list of spells. We know it's going to do more than just that. So yeah, let's keep it balanced. A +1 to intelligence is already quite good.
My mind is now kind of questioning, like, what do you get when you have both of these items?
Oh.
Instead of one or the other.
Well, I feel like they almost cancel each other out, right? At least the scepter, when activated, I think should block out all the effects of the crown, because you can't use spells. I don't really think it matters if it negates the intelligence bonus, because if you can't cast spells, what are you going to use intelligence for?
Yeah, saving throws.
Oh, that's true.
Arcana, like skill checks.
Yeah. So yeah, I think it should negate all the effects of the crown.
Gotcha. So you can't really use both at the same time.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
That does kind of keeps it a little bit more balanced too. Because these are pretty strong items, all things considered. We basically gave the scepter a stronger rage form.
Just see if I can add one last thing. When you're in diamond form using the scepter, could we give her like the grappler feat, the one that makes her really good at like close quarters grappling and advantage rolls on grappling?
You want to go for the choke slam? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah. I want to give her the grappler feat so she could choke slam. Not me necessarily, just choke slam.
Choke slam Fabio ability.
Oh, thank you. I mean, not doesn't have to be me necessarily. Just anybody can get choke slam.
Hold on. Sorry, we gotta fix this. Choke slam Fabio and Brandon ability.
Oh, okay. You're brilliant.
There we go.
Brilliant.
That's perfect.
I feel like the diamond form almost needs like a drawback to it. It seems very, very strong. I know it's like it only lasts, we didn't decide, but like 1 or 2 rounds. But it's still pretty strong.
Maybe a limit on like movement speed. You're like heckin' slow.
That's not bad.
Take away like 10 feet of movement. That's 2 squares.
Yeah, that's pretty good. So, I mean, the average movement speed is what, 25?
Average is 30 for
30?
medium creatures, yeah. Small creatures typically are like 25 to 20.
So maybe we should it just gets set to like 15.
Oof.
Yeah, that makes sense. Did you want anything else in addition to that, like weakness to like water or I don't know, poison or corrosion, like another drawback?
Well,
I've got it. The
go ahead.
diamond form makes you a construct.
It
makes you a construct.
How's that a weakness?
So a lot of spells are either extra effective against constructs or extra weak against constructs.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, I'm into it.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, sounds cool to me. You were talking about having some kind of effect for having both items, which I think makes sense. And I thought they could either only work if you have both of them, or having both of them grants you +1 to AC.
I like the +1 to AC. It does kind of add to that, like, oh, the mental fortitude, the physical fortitude.
Yeah. And obviously that would be negated by activating the diamond form, because all effects of the crown are negated.
Mm-hmm.
But you gain a plus something to AC anyway, so...
Yeah.
Did we decide on that?
Yeah, I think we did.
No. I mean, did we decide on what the plus to AC is in diamond form?
Oh, gotcha. Maybe like +2 in diamond form. Or maybe that's too much.
No, +2 I think fits well. I mean, especially because, diamonds.
Maybe even a bit more, because this is... I mean, I would assume this kind of kit is for a caster.
You could say so. Like, this is like a get out of jail, like you're surrounded and you need to get away from a bunch of melee attackers. I could see that.
Exactly, because if a wizard is using this, they're going to have like a 16 AC usually.
Yeah, they're already like tissue paper, so like you usually want to give them something substantial. And yeah, Brandon's right, it is diamond of all things, so like maybe +3, maybe +4.
I think +3 is a good medium, because it is just a temporary burst, so I don't think it's too overpowered or anything.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right, +3 it is. And maybe like a 15% off at any participating Denny's.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah, that goes without saying.
Yeah, but you have to bring both the scepter and the crown in, or else they won't give you the full discount.
Love it. All right, I mean, I'm into this. I guess we should name these items.
Oof, the crown and scepter of... No, that doesn't work.
How about Crown of the White Queen and Scepter of the White Queen?
I like that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think that's a name she's referred to sometimes anyway, and it sounds
it's one of her aliases.
Yeah,
it sounds very D&D, so...
It really does. Yeah, that works. I like that.
Watch, there's already going to be an item called the Crown of the White Queen or something like that somewhere.
Okay, well, if so, we'll change it, but hopefully not. All right, well, that all sounds really cool. I think that's about everything. So, yeah, let's go ahead and move on to Ultron.
Ooh, Ultron,
the
Ultron's
big
gonna
bad
be sick.
robot.
Sorry, I didn't mean to talk over you there.
No, you're fine. He's always been a really cool character.
I'm so hopeful. He is one of my favorite comic book villains just because he is evil. And I mean, you could say there's like some kind of sob story to it, but there's truly nothing.
Well, I'm always a big fan of the whole like AI following its protocol sort of trope, like he's created to defend humanity or whatever it was.
But he gets poetic with it.
Yeah, exactly. All right, what kind of item are we thinking? I have a couple ideas, but I'm curious what you guys are thinking.
Gemstone embedded in the chest.
Oh, God.
Is it a gemstone embedded in the chest?
Yes, gemstone. You pick it up. It tells you to put it towards your heart. You do that. Bam. It sucks into your chest, and just like all of this magitech just starts growing out of where the crystal is sitting.
Okay, that is gnarly, Brandon, and I like the idea of it becoming like a permanent fixture. Perhaps it should be cursed in some way, but I don't want it to be a jewel because that's too similar to the Emma Frost stuff. But perhaps like a piece of armor or a shield or a helmet.
A piece of armor embedded in the chest.
Yeah, actually, like imagine like yes, Andy there. Imagine like a chest plate or like a piece of chest armor that once you put it on, it kind of like drills into the wearer.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, that's also pretty gnarly. Yeah, I'm into that. I think it should look like arcane technology, right?
Yeah, magitech.
Maybe there's runes all over it and sort of like biomechanical veins that wrap around.
Yeah, definitely like lots of like cables that look like veins.
Yeah.
Just do a little steampunk. It'll be fine.
just a touch, just a little sprinkle,
just a smidge of steampunk. That'll be the icing on the cake.
Or what if it has like a clockwork kind of aesthetic to it?
Yeah, that is sort of steampunk, I think.
Yeah, I guess it kind of
I
is.
tend to avoid steampunk a little bit. I think I'm imagining sort of like Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, their like ancient technology.
Oh, okay,
sort of
yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
I got you. With like the cool runes and like the blue, and then you also have like
Yeah.
the cables and such, or whatever you want to call them. Yeah. Yeah, I like that a lot.
Except for Ultron, it's got to be red.
For sure, it's got to be red. Yeah, that's this whole get up.
Silver and red, baby.
Absolutely.
Classic.
So I'm liking all that. I guess let's take a second and just discuss who is Ultron. What's he do? What's his kind of like power set?
He's like got general overpowered technomancy. It seems like he could like hack into anything. He can control most and all technology. I also love one of his most iconic things is that he doesn't have like a main body per se.
He's also very smart, and he's always got an army with him.
Yeah, I think he should summon Modrons.
What are Modrons?
I actually don't know what Modrons are.
Oh, Modrons are sick.
Oh, these guys! I'm looking them up. They're cute.
Yeah, but they're also menacing as all get out. They have a couple prime directives that they follow every day, and if they don't follow it, something bad happens, and they have to do it.
So once you put it on, you just like have summoned a bunch of like little robot minions that surround you.
I think that should be an ability, like an action that you can take with it to summon them.
Mm-hmm.
And should we create like custom ones or just use the normal stat block? Maybe aesthetically custom, but they keep their stat block.
Yeah, the stat blocks are pretty good, and I don't think we would really need to add too much, except maybe their new prime directive is protect the person wearing the chest plate and attack any hostiles,
Yeah. Perhaps just protect the chest plate.
Yeah, I kind of Giannis's idea. I think their prime directive is to protect the chest plate, not necessarily the wearer.
Oh, yeah.
Which could lead to some interesting roleplay scenarios. Okay, that's right off the bat very cool. It is armor, so it's got to have an AC bonus.
Yeah, I think if we make it a standard heavy armor with a +1 to AC and a +1 to all saving throws, give it kind of the same level of protection that the Cloak of Protection has, which is pretty good.
Yeah, it is good, but like an adamantine armor would give you +2 already, right?
Oh yeah, we got to make it out of adamantine.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm
Yeah, that's
thinking.
pretty
Yeah.
tough.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So I'm thinking a +2. Like, I mean, this is a legendary item. It's gonna be strong.
You know what? Let's roll it all the way over. +2 to AC, +2 to all saving throws.
Ooh, all saving throws? Wow.
Yeah, because I'm thinking, I know we said it in the beginning, I think this item definitely works as a cursed item.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can make it real strong, but it's gonna have some drawbacks, and we'll get to those in a sec. I think it should give you a flying speed, personally.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
I guess, do we want to give it fly speed, or do we want to give it a list of spells, like fly, shield, Eldritch Blast, because that's the most robot lasery cantrip I can think of.
Eldritch Blast is perfect.
Yeah, a list of spells is pretty cool. It's kind of similar to the crown, but I mean, it does feel very appropriate.
It really does.
In all fairness, in my mind, the Ultron item should easily outclass the two Emma Stone, or Emma Frost, not Emma Stone.
Emma Stone, we'll do her in the next episode.
Emma Stone is a
Yeah,
D&D
she's
character.
really powerful in the Marvel universe, yeah.
I'm liking this a lot. I feel like it's already very strong. So to recap, we have a +2 to AC and all saving throws, a list of spells including but not necessarily limited to fly, shield, and that other thing you said,
Eldritch Blast.
and you can summon a small army of whatever they were called.
Modrons. I also want to bring it back to what Fabio had said earlier. I like the idea that he can get away through Arcana tech. I think he should have the ability that if the person who is wearing the armor dies, the plate doesn't just like lie there cursed on the ground. It jumps to the nearest magic item.
Ooh.
How do you mean? Like it finds...
Like a new
Like,
host?
what do you mean?
Say you've got your adventuring party, right? You have your level 20 barbarian, your level 15 paladin, your level 12 rogue, and your level 13 cleric druid multiclass, right?
Very specific.
I know. So imagine they're all getting around. Their buddy, who is a level 15 monk who was wearing the armor, falls, finally goes down because he was doing some crazy nonsense because of the curse. they decide to destroy this magic item as it cannot, no one should have this. Bam, the curse and the effects jump to another magic item and basically slowly morph that magic item into the chest plate.
Oh, it replaces the effects.
Exactly.
I see. So the chest piece stays where it is, but the effects transfer.
Yes, they slowly mold the magic item into the chest plate.
That's sick. I love that.
I don't think it has to be the chest plate physically, but I think the item should take on the aesthetic of the chest plate.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So if it happened to the crown of the White Queen, it would slowly like turn into metal with the red arcane runes on it.
Oh, that would be awesome.
I do like that. That is pretty cool. So let's talk more about this curse now, because I think we have plenty of good effects for this item.
No, wait. What if it also always has that new car smell?
Yeah. Why not? We'll throw
fresh,
that in there.
like which car though?
Rich Corinthian leather.
It's got to be the new horse smell, right? This is D&D.
The fresh horse smell. Tell me, what kind of horse is it?
I don't know horses well enough to answer that.
A Mustang? I don't know horses.
I'm gonna go with the Clydesdale. I gotta.
Clydesdale.
They're just the toughest one in town.
All right, weaknesses.
Yeah, the curse. So I think the number one thing about the curse is it's protecting the magic item itself. It's always protecting itself.
Mm-hmm.
Even at the expense of the host.
Yeah, when you summon the Modrons, they'll serve you, but if for whatever reason helping the armor itself seems more important, they'll do that.
Yeah.
We already said it binds itself to the character, so let's make it unattachable. Like, you have to wear it, you have to sleep with it. It's kind of a pain in that aspect, but maybe you can find ways around it.
Yeah. Does remove curse work on this thing?
I think remove curse or greater restoration should be able to do it. I was also going to think it does it, but not forever. Like, the curse will come back. But maybe if you use remove curse, it's gone for 10 minutes, an hour, but then it's like right back.
I like that. That's good, because it'll give you the chance to take it off, but it does not like fix the problem. I guess it also gives you a chance to destroy it, which is good too. Let's say that it gives you one round, a single round.
To destroy the armor?
To remove the curse. So you can do whatever you want, but you only have one round to do it.
Mm-hmm. I think maybe when you first put it on, the attachment process is painful, so you take damage in that moment.
Sure, that makes sense. Just like 2d10 or something.
Yes. And then also for a curse, I mean, there's got to be some level of madness to it. If you wear the chest piece long enough, you basically force law onto other people. You force directives onto people. You try to remove organic life eventually.
I think that effect should happen over a certain amount of long rests, right? That's a good way to keep track of it.
You lose some of your humanity.
I would think for how powerful this item is, I would think maybe this happens over the course of maybe a week.
I think it could be in increments of 5, right? So like after 5 long rests, you notice some minor effects, 10, a little bit more noticeable, and then 15, it's very obvious.
Cool. I like that. And once it gets to 15, then it's like fully integrated with the host.
You're attacking your friends.
Then again, that is a very severe penalty.
All right, we'll give it a +5 to intelligence. How does that make you feel? Right? How's that for a trade?
Unironically, I do think that balances it better.
I'm fine with it.
All right.
Because it's such a short, that's only 15 days before pretty much can't control yourself.
Which is pretty cool, but also pretty unfortunate. So I think that's a pretty fair trade-off.
We got to put the evil in it. Ultron's evil, so definitely got to get that across. All right. I think these are cool. I think we've come up with some pretty sick magic items.
Yeah, they're both pretty unique and both pretty gnarly. I really like the Ultron one a lot.
Yeah, the Ultron one is my favorite as well, though I can never stop thinking about Emma Frost and Emma Stone.
if we're even possible.
Alrighty. Well, with all that said, thank you so much, everybody, for watching. We really appreciate it. If you enjoyed, please consider leaving a like and subscribing. And let us know if you like these items. Would you use them in your campaign? And what other Marvel characters would you like us to turn into magical items?
Leave it in the comments.
Cool. Thank you. Until next time.
Alrighty, guys. See you later. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.